This is Andrew live from Quad, and today we're going to show you what Hop effect really is.
Fire in 3, 2, 1.
What's Hop effect? I think that is probably one of the most commonly asked questions throughout all the beginners. I remember back in my first game that I was just outranged by almost everyone, and getting someone just seemed nearly impossible. And so by the end of the game, this really nice dude, he came to me. He was like, "Hey bro, you should probably adjust your hop up." And I was like, "What are you talking about? What's hop up?" Right? The question. And this is the hop up rubber. This small piece of magic causes the hop effect. Every time the BB passes through the bucking tunnel, it actually rubs against the inner ring of the hop up bucking. And this actually creates the backspin on the BBs. Here's the thing. At this point, you might be curious that why does the backspin has such an important role of being the BBs upwards? Like, what's the phenomena? To further explain this phenomena of hop effect, we did some research and found this. According to Magnus Effect, as the backspinning BB leaves the barrel and enters the air, we all know that at this point the air is floating around the BBs from the front to the back. But since the BB is spinning backwards, the air on the top would be floating the same direction as the backspinning BB, and the ones at the bottom would be floating the opposite direction. And because of friction in between the BB surface and the air, the backspinning BB would drag the air from the top and push it downwards. Due to Newton's third law that the air would exert an equal opposite force to the BB. For this case, the BB will travel upwards. However, that you might be asking, what if there was less spin and then with less force on the BB? Well, you guessed it. For this case, the BB will drop. I would like to bring up another beginner's discussion. That is, what do we need to do to create more backspin on the BBs? Right? Because if I were a beginner, this would definitely be my question. Like, what do we need for more backspins on the BBs? Right? To show you how it works, that we took our ICS Sig 552 apart and we get down to the hop up unit. What you're seeing right here is the entire hop up unit clamped to a vise, and this black thing right here, that is the barrel. We kind of want to show you what's going on inside the hop up chamber when we adjust the hop up dial. Okay? Alright, say if I spin the adjustment dial counterclockwise, that you will see the little knob in the middle showing up. This is the hop up knob, and that's what creates the backspins on the BBs. So for this case, it's creating a whole lot of backspin on the BBs. The BB will travel upwards. However, that say if I spin clockwise, that releases the lever. Now you see that little hop up knob disappearing? Then for this case, it's generating less and less backspins on the BBs. Then say for this case, the BB will drop. Say if you can really balance out the hop up to the weight of BBs that you use. This way, it will give you the maximum range. Here comes the real exciting part of this video. We have created a quad grading system that grades each gun by its own performance. Alright. We have prepared 11 kinds of BBs on the table right here, starting from 0.2 gram up to 0.48 grams. Each grams means a score. So starting from 0.2 gram equals to 1 point, 0.23 gram equals to 2 point, and it follows by 0.45 gram as 10 points, and finally the 0.48 gram as the super icon. So what's super icon, you might ask? Super icon is the ultimate performance that if the gun can lift something this heavy, deserves a super icon and gets 1 bonus extra point. So each weight of the BB means a score, and the heavier the gun can lift, the higher score it will receive. To do the hop up test properly, the first thing is to get everything down to the basement. In this way, we would really avoid any kind of wind and interruptions that may affect our test result.
Here we are at the range that before we get started, I want to take you through a little tour that inside, like what's going on here. Again, we got the gun clamp set up. We got the camera, captures the trajectory footage for us. And you might be asking, like, what is that thing right at the front? That's our deflector. So the deflector is made from this big chunk of fabric. So it catches the BBs for us. Here, let me do a very quick demo with our little ICS Sig. And I will fire a few rounds to show you like a quick demo. And always, safety first. Put the goggles on. Here, I got a magazine loaded with 0.25 grams BBs. And then let me fire a few rounds and show a quick demo of what's going on.
Because of the deflector, it's actually made out of this really soft fabric. So by the time the flying BB hits the fabric, that it really absorbs a lot of the momentum from it. So this way that all the BBs wouldn't bounce everywhere. What is the standard that we used to define how heavy our gun can lift, right? Here, let me show you.
On the deflector, there's a dot right in the center. That's the center dot, and we will create a line inside the computer based on this dot. Whatever BBs that goes above it, we count that as a pass. And whatever goes under it, for this part, that's counted as a not pass. So say if the BB is so heavy that the hop couldn't lift it anymore, it just goes below it, then we count that as a not passed.
And then we use the laser rangefinder to set our gun 20 meters away from our deflector. So why 20 meters for the hop-up test, right? Before we start the entire hop-up test, we did thought about a lot of different guns that we will be testing. This includes AEG rifles, GBB rifles, and then pistols, SMGs, sniper rifles, machine guns, and all different kinds of guns out there. And so we started from 50 meters. However, that for sniper rifles we can make it, but SMGs, pistols, and rifles for some of the guns it just doesn't work. And 40 meter is kind of the same story. 30 meter it works for most of the guns. However, that for pistols doesn't work that way. So again, when we push it down to 20 meters is the perfect range for that because every gun works and it's a lot easy to see like the hop effect and everything.
We don't want any tilting angle on the gun. And then how we do it? First, we would start with a level finder, and then let's set it right on the gun. As you can see that the level finder, it shows that it's actually not perfectly leveled. So right after that, we want to know where the barrel is pointing. So we got this laser finder. Let me tuck it into the gun and spin it twice to make sure it's perfectly in the center. So what this actually does is it projects where the barrel is pointing. As you can see that now, the gun is really tilted. The laser is all the way up there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust the clamp right at the back. Adjust it to make sure that it goes to the right angle. And then once the laser is pointing at the middle dot, the gun should be set perfectly leveled without any minimal tilting angle. Right, so now that thing is set, and also check out the level finder, it's perfectly set. Okay, let me take the laser out. All right, cool. So the gun's ready, the cameras are ready, and also the deflector is ready. Let's test the hop up. Here, we got the magazine loaded, and we started from 0.2 gram BBs all the way up to 0.48 gram BBs. We should start with the lighter weight BBs, and then it's just supposed to fly upwards. And then depending on the hop-up bucking, let's see which kind of weight it will drop below the middle line. Well, let's load the magazine and adjust the hop-up all the way down. Set. Okay. Turn the safety on. I think the gun is ready to go. Hey guys, you ready? Fire in 3, 2, 1. Damn, looks like a performer. Let's head back to the bench and then see what happens.
So yeah, like in slow motion for this hop-up test, we can clearly see that when we adjust the hop-up dial all the way down, the gun was capable of lifting from 0.2 gram all the way up to 0.4 grams. However, that anything after that just did not pass the line. In order to make sure that the gun is only capable of lifting 0.4 gram BBs, this time we fill the mag with only 0.4 gram BBs and shoot it again without changing the hop-up settings. Let's check the video again. Based on the result, as you can see from our footage, all the BBs almost landed perfectly just on the middle line. This proves that with the hop-up dial adjusted all the way down, the ICS stock setting is capable of lifting 0.4 gram BBs. In conclusion, the ICS Sig 552 has received a solid 8 point for this hop-up test. Not bad for a stock gun. And again, if you are still in the video, please make sure you click the subscribe button and also ring the little bell located down below. And do follow us on Facebook and also Instagram, because again, your subscription to us really means a lot. That's something that really keeps us going to produce interesting stuff like this. So for the next video, we're gonna test out the maximum range on the ICS Sig 552. We're really excited about it. And make sure you stay tuned, and we will see you soon.